Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I am so excited to do this look with you, this really extra glam New Year's Eve look, or I guess how I would want to ring in the new year, looking extra glam with sparkles, really everything that you love about the holidays. I used a lot of I think almost all of the products that I got for Christmas in my last video, if you guys watched that. If not, I'll have it up here. You can watch afterwards, or you can go check it out now, whatever you want to do. But yeah, if you guys want to see how I put this look together, then keep on watching. Do you guys like my position attempt at covering my Christmas tree? We usually take down Christmas at the first of the year. So since it's not the first of the year yet, we still have a Christmas tree even though we're past Christmas. Get over it. So my eyes are primed. Obviously my brows are done. We're ready to hop right into the eye look. I'm gonna be taking a transition shade from the Jaclyn Hill palette. Probably should have like brushes and shit ready. That would be helpful if I was ready to go with that. I'm gonna use this. This is my Lamora Crease 112 brush. For the crease color, I'm gonna start out light, going in with this one here. Okay, and then next I'm gonna be hitting another, not a transition shade, but just another color that I wanna do in my crease from the Modern Renaissance palette. And I'll take the same brush and I'm going to use Burnt Orange. It's more powdery than I remember. But still just going right in the crease with it. That is way more powdery than I remember. I'm gonna go just one shade darker in it, and for that I'm picking up a Morphe M575. Okay, and I'm going to go in one shade darker with Real Gar. And this I'm keeping just more in the crease. I'm really trying not to overly blend it out. I really wanna keep just right in the crease. And just with the side of my brush, I sort of push it up a little bit. Helps to elongate the eye kind of going up. I'm going to go back in with the primer. I always use my Soft Ochre MAC primer, and I'm gonna put this, well, I don't wanna say like all over my lid like I'd be doing a cut crease, but I'm definitely going to make sure that I get some tacky consistency on my lid. It doesn't have to be like perfect. Now I need a flat brush. Now all my brushes got a bath today. If you guys follow me on Instagram or Snapchat, you will know that. I got a new brush cleaner, and so I gave them all a bath. So now they're all like put away and organized, and it's like ruining my life. So just picking this up, I don't know what this brush is called, but it's a really small flat brush, but it's got a nice curve, so it's gonna go well with my lid. I'm being like really untechnical, not even forcing it to be a great shape. A cut crease usually is done with concealer, and it's like really can take a long time. I'm not doing that. It's gonna blend in a lot with those reds, so I don't care so much if it's done perfectly. Cut creases typically are like a perfect line, and this, like I said, I'm really just doing this to make sure we get some of that tacky consistency back on it for the shadow, the black shadow to stick to, and the sparkle. Now I'm gonna put just a little bit of my Urban Decay Velvetizer Powder, the one I got for Christmas. I'm gonna put just a smidge, like a really tiny amount, also because the stuff is really finely milled, but just a little bit over where we did that. Just using the same brush, just right over where we did that, so that it lays, the shadow will lay well and blend well, just to mattify it. Okay, so the black that I'm gonna use is also in the Jaclyn Hill palette. It's this very last color. It's the one that looks like the black. Now this is from the Morphe Rose Gold collection. This just looks like another small shader. Picking up black, not getting a lot on it because they really just take time to build it up. Like a red, smoking it out with a red. But this time I'm going to put glitter on top and really make it more of like a, almost seem like a halo smoky eye, because the glitter is going to be right in the middle, so your eye will be drawn right to the middle of the eye. So I'm not being overly precise again as I get up to the crease, just really making sure it gets that shape. My dog is snoring. Kind of forgot I had them out here. Typically I make sure that they're in their kennels when I film so that they don't, you know, like snore in the background. This is one of those looks that's gonna look like total crap until the very end when lashes and eyeliner and all that stuff is done. But just trust me, it will come together. I know that it just looks like a total mess at the moment, but there is a direction that this is going, and I'll get it there. All right, so I'm pretty happy with how the black is laying now. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to shake everything. So I'm gonna go back into Modern Renaissance, and with that M5, the Morphe M575, I'm just going to, excuse me, I'm just going to get a little bit more burnt orange and really just work that into the crease so that we're blending it in with the black and softening out that harshness and sort of messiness, making the transition a little more gradient looking. Again, sort of always pushing it up. See how even some of the black is like transferred? It's not my favorite black in the whole world. Okay, picking up a little bit more of the Real Gar. I'm gonna go right over on top of where the black has sort of transferred onto the crease. Just making sure that red still stays the color that that black diffuses with. Okay, and then my Lamora Crease 112 brush. As you can tell, there's tons of fallout from the black. It's not a big deal. I'm gonna grab a little bit more burnt orange just on the tip of that and really sort of buff out the harsh lines that have been created with that Real Gar after it's mixed with the black. I just really want it to diffuse nicely into that kind of reddish orangey color. And yeah, don't worry, the fallout, that's why I don't know why people do black eyeshadow looks after doing their face makeup, because there's typically tons of fallout in a black shadow look. So that will all be taken care of. I hate how dirty this gets. It's like my one complaint with the packaging, but it's so beautiful. Let's go ahead and play with the Fenty palette. Now, I have a feeling that I'm gonna need to get these a little bit wet. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go and probably wet. I'm gonna try first doing it dry. And the first color that I'm gonna try to use, this is Light Year. This top middle color here. I'm gonna grab it on the back of actually just like a concealer brush, because this is going to go all over my lid. Okay, there's definitely some sparkle. I feel like I do have a little bit that's fallen on my cheek. I'm gonna need to wet this for sure, because this is just not, it's not depositing. What I think I've learned from watching reviews and playing with this a little bit myself is that this palette swatches gorgeously, but it's not the same thing as how it's going to lay on your skin and on your eyelids. So I'm gonna go wet this brush and I will be back. So now this small, really flat shader brush that I have here is wet. Same color I'm gonna go in is Light Year. I'm gonna pick that up. And again, just doing this all over the lid. Okay, it's definitely showing up better. It's not quite as intense as I wanted, so I might have to apply it with my finger. Yeah, so as you can tell, there's definitely some sparkle on my lid. However, it's just not as intense as the swatches. And so I think that if I apply it with my finger, I'll get a better result. And it's definitely more intense. I love the green and gold that it kind of reflects with. Oh yeah, that's much better. You guys see how much better that is? So yeah, that definitely is what deposited the best sparkle, is using my finger. So I guess that's kind of just what you're gonna have to learn with this palette. It's a great swatch palette, meaning that it's gonna be hard to make show up on your eyelid the same way it's going to show up when you swatch it. Finger, lots of fallout when you do that, which, you know, sparkles, you have to expect that. You have to expect there's gonna be a lot of fallout with sparkles, but again, don't use this before you've, or after, use it before you do your face makeup. I'm tired. But now that we have, what was that, Light Year all over our lids, and it definitely looks pretty, I have to decide which green I wanna do. I think I need to do this green, this lighter one. This is, there's no way that's called ultraviolet. You know what's funny? Okay, I'm gonna totally say that I think they've got this backwards. Okay, this would have to be ultraviolet, right? Because it's purple? All right, anyways, it's this green one, which I think is sublime, okay? I think this green was sublime. And I'm putting this just in the middle of my eyelid. This is really what's gonna create that halo effect. This is just going right in the center, all the way up to the crease. That's just gorgeous. Once you're able to really apply it properly, it's amazing. Now it did get quite a bit of sparkle in my crease, so I think I'm just gonna go over my crease again with some of those colors from Modern Renaissance that we used, or I guess those were the only ones we used. I'll just go at it again with a little bit of burnt orange. But also, it's just blending with the sparkle and not letting the sparkle really take over. Now, I want to grab the black that we used from the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I want to get my smallest pencil brush. This is my Morphe M321. Sorry, it's not really focusing on that. Anyways, it's the Morphe M321. And I'm grabbing the black again and just taking it on the side and really detailing the outer corner and pushing it sort of up. And I'm gonna do the same thing to the inner corner. This is such a great detail brush. It just really fits perfectly right there in the inner corner. And that really makes that other color Sublime just really pop. Let's do our face and get rid of this mess. I'm not mad at it. It's what you have to expect when you're using a really sparkly palette. Just wipe it away as much as I can. And this is just water on a paper towel, so. And again, this look still looks like it's a total disaster. I know that. But if you've stuck with me this long, see it through with me. And you'll see that once we get the color on the lower lid going, and then with the lashes and the liner, it's going to look super smoky, super grungy, super ready to bring in the new year. All right, there's still quite a bit of sparkle on my cheeks. We'll live with it. First on my face, I'm sorry, I keep hitting this table. I'm gonna use the Vitamin Enriched Face Base from Bobbi Brown. I really, really like this stuff. I love how thick it is. Super, super hydrating. It is, I haven't even been using, like I really like that Marc Jacobs Coconut Primer. I haven't used that since I just got this for Christmas. I've been just using this on my face and I love it. I'm gonna grab now just the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer, and this just goes on my nose, and really it just gets spread out. I spread it out and then I push. Just push it to sink into the pores. I have been loving this stuff. This IT Cosmetics Anti-Aging Primer. Am I have it upside down? No, this is right. I love this stuff. I have been using this instead of foundation on really light days that I don't wanna have a full face of makeup. I'm just using this instead. It's really, really nice. It's gotta give it a good shake because it is a little oily. My face is so happy, it's almost a new year. And I'm just blending this all in with my Sephora 203 concealer and foundation brush. And I don't really care if this is super streaky because I'm gonna be going over it today with a foundation. Okay, and now with a damp beauty sponge. I think this one is still from Real Techniques. I never remember, you guys. I'm gonna use my Tarte Hybrid Gel Foundation. I really like this stuff. And I use light sand. They're so sweet. I'm just scooping out kind of what's in the cap. I swear after I use that IT Cosmetics Anti-Aging Armor, I feel like I don't have to use as much foundation because it does such good tone correcting. I'm telling you guys, it is an absolute new holy grail product for me. I just love it. I think my face is fully pounced. I just got some Dysport today. So starting out this new year, less wrinkly in the forehead. Okay, it did go pretty heavy with the Shape Tape Concealer because, you know, this is such a dark eye look that it really needs to brighten the under eye. But actually, I think I'm gonna do just a smidge more down the sides there of my nose and cheeks because I feel like this black is a little bit falling out on my cheeks still. I think I've tamed the glitter all right, but I really just wanna make sure that my cheeks are as bright as possible. And now I'm gonna take the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Finish Face Powder, and I'm gonna use my Luxie foundation brush because I really like, it's got a little bit of a curve kind of on top there, and it does just set really nicely right under my eye. Just my Morphe Rose Gold, sort of an all over powder brush. Okay, and now I'm gonna go into that Velvetizer powder again, And I'm just going to dab my beauty blender in. Even when you dab it in, it's crazy. It's so finely milled. But I'm just pressing this right under my eye, just so that that concealer really does set nicely. Okay, instead of going in with my bronzer, I typically use my Milk Chocolate Soleil. I'm actually just going to lightly dab that same rose gold Morphe brush into my Tarteist Pro Glow palette and just use that as sort of my bronzer. Okay, now we'll go in a little bit more precise with this Luxie foundation brush. Now in my Sun Dipped Glow Kit, it's one I typically use. Gotta bring in that new year with a good glow. So let's do the under part of our eyes. I'm gonna first use those red tones that we had in the Modern Renaissance palette. I'm gonna use this M575 from Morphe, and I'm just gonna pick up a little bit of burnt orange just there on the tip. I'm just gonna sweep that under. And I'm really gonna use like all of the lid space. I want this color to peek out of the bottom of the darker that we'll do closer to our lash line, if that makes sense. With that pencil brush that I used for the black in the corner, I'm now going to take the Real Gar just right at the lash line. And then back into the Jaclyn Hill palette, I'm gonna grab the black and just very lightly on the tip, getting some, and really making the black from the outer corner just sort of smoke into the outer edge of the lower lash line, if that makes sense. Just really want to make sure that that all connects well, sort of marries the bottom and the top together. The next thing we need to do is with liner. And we need to get liner in our waterline, as well as just right there at the lash line. And this is just my Stila Stay All Day liquid liner, and this is Intense Black. Got it in the waterline. Now I just drag it right along the lash line, just barely, because we're going to blend that same pencil brush. Just really smudge it. Now I do want to get a little bit more of that lightest color from the Fenty palette to put under my eyes, but I'm just gonna use the slightest bit because we saw how much fallout it can create. Sort of dabbing it right in the middle. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Blush. Back to our eyes. Okay, in the Jaclyn Hill palette, there is a color that is just fantastic for like inner corner and brow bone. So I'm gonna do that, just grabbing a different pencil brush because that one had a lot of black on it. It's the second color in the palette right here. For right there, a little fallout. Needs a nice inner corner pop. All right, let's get some lashes. First, using the roller mascara from Benefit. Not going crazy coating the top ones because we're just about to put fake ones on, but I like having a good thick lower lash when I do one of these dark grungy looks. Okay, and the lashes that I'm gonna use for this look are Good Vibes Only from the Bold Face, because we want good vibes for the new year. Okay, we are just about to finish up. You see the look definitely came together now that we have lashes on. It just sort of matches the really boldness of it. But I love the sparkle. The sparkle just absolutely, oh, it just really makes it. So let's finish it up. Just need to do lips. I'm going to use this shade 21, which is this Sephora lip creams, these matte lip creams. I'm gonna use this all over. No, actually, I'm gonna use this just, sorry, in the corners. Smush them together, so we got kind of that weird thing going on. But actually, this creates a really nice ombre. And then for the lighter color, I'm gonna use Carmelo from Stila. I'm gonna sort of finger dab it all together. Alrighty, this is the completed look. This is your super extra, very, very glam New Year's Eve look. If you guys don't have a look planned, then use as much of this as you can. Find some sparkle, a good smoky eye black to diffuse with some, you know, lighter colors. Doesn't have to be red, it can be anything. It can be oranges, more oranges, it can be greens, it can be whatever. But this is just to help you out. So thank you so much, you guys, for watching. Have an absolutely wonderful new year. Be safe, have a lot of fun. I hope you kiss someone at midnight. Kiss yourself, love yourself. Thanks again so much for watching, you guys. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I'll see you on the next one.